guys, we're back here today with another video, and today it's as you can tell, the title, it's another story time. Comment down below if you guys want to see more story times like this, like really juicy and funny. Well, this one I don't know if it's gonna be funny, but comment down below if you want to see more story times, things like that. Like and subscribe if you want. And so today, if you haven't seen the title, besides the story time part, this is what happened on the bus yesterday. Because I'm posting this today. It happened yesterday, okay? So my regular bus driver was absent, okay? So when I was walking on the bus, okay, a regular bus driver, but she was a substitute. I was like, okay, substitute. I walk all the way to the back of the bus, sit down, right? Then we come to a stop because we have to pick up a kid. I'm standing up because we stopped real quick because I'm standing up to fix myself because I'd be sitting on my feet and I was trying to fix myself. And then we were driving and I was still fixing myself. The bus driver was like, sit down. But I wasn't paying attention because I was doing, you know, that hand thing, like where you put a hand and you put a hand. I was doing that with my friend, my friend's brother. And I was doing that, right? And then I look her in the eyes. She's like, sit down. I'm like, are you talking to me? She's like, duh. I'm like, first of all, you don't need to give me attitude. Second of all, I didn't know you were talking to me. Right? So that was the first thing that happened. Then, sorry, I'm a little rocky. Okay. Then, what happened was we just kept driving. And then, I wasn't fixing myself, but then she thought I was standing, but I was sitting down. She was like, sit down. I'm like, I am sitting down. Do you want to get your fat behind over here and come check? Because I'll be happy for you to do that. Everybody's like, oh my gosh, you said that? I'm like, yes, I did. Now, I didn't do it for the attention too, because she was being mean to everybody, telling people to shut up and sit down. And the cameras even caught it. So she can't lie about saying that, because the cameras caught it, because there's cameras on the bus. I don't know if every bus nowadays have cameras on it, but the bus I go on has a camera on it. So then we finally get to school. I go to school, and when I get off the bus, I said that I'm gonna tell the principal about you. She rolled her eyes. I get off. I'm like, I'm gonna go to the principal's office now, but no, because they had to do the announcements. So then I actually forgot, because I had stuff to worry about, because I had a big social studies test coming up the next day, and this all happened on Thursday. So Friday I had the big social studies test. I just didn't have no time at all day to go to the principal's office to tell her about the bus driver. Kind of like not centered. Okay. And so finally get on the back on the bus. I'm like, it's the same bus driver. Why didn't a new person come? Why didn't she get back from her appointment if she was at an appointment? I was so mad. So I sat down. So how our schools is set up, there's a building, then you like go straight, you go down a little bit, and there's the elementary. And so we drive down to the elementary, it's fine, it's straight. And we roll back up, we almost home, because we're driving, we're almost home. Then someone gets a water bottle that's off the ground, that's already like popped open, and chucks it. And I looked that person in the eyes. I'm like, don't do it. It's stupid and irresponsible, don't do it. And they still chucked it like an idiot. I was like, oh my gosh. Everybody in the back started dying. They were like, oh my gosh, ha 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 ha. I'm like, how was that funny? They got wet. I wouldn't want to get wet. And they were still laughing, but I was like, whatever. So then the bus driver drives back to the middle school. And she's swerving. And I don't know if I told you that she was swerving, like when she first came to pick us up, but she was swerving. But then she was swerving back to the school. Then the principal gets on the bus. I'm like, oh my gosh, something is about to go down. Hashtag Kevin Hart, okay? It's about to go down. Okay, so then the principal comes on the bus. Not the assistant principal, the regular principal. She does like a huge speech, right? And then I'm like, but I'm raising my hand, right? After she's done with the speech, I'm raising my hand. I'm like, so I was meaning to tell you about this bus driver because she was swerving this morning and she was telling kids to shut up and that they were idiots. She was like, okay, DeAndre, settle down. And I was like, no, I'm not going to settle down. She's being disrespectful to us and everything. And then she cut me off. Then I finally sat down because I didn't want to do too much. And then the assistant principal comes on the bus. He's like, everybody with a deep voice. He's like, everybody raise your hands. I mean, that was like the suckiest deep voice everybody ever. But he was like, everybody raise your hands if you can hear me. Everybody raise their hands, right? He said, put your hands down. I put my hands down. But mind you, I wasn't like, whoo, like all the other kids. Everybody's hands were like this. He said, put your hands down. I was like, so he was like, DeAndre. I'm like, what? He's like, so you want to write up? I'm like, no, I don't want to write up. Does it look like I want to write up? He said, so you're about to get a write up. I'm like, first of all, I didn't do anything, so I don't deserve a write up. So he said, so you're about to get a write up. I said, no, I'm not, because I didn't do anything. And then I just ignore everything else he says, and I sit down. And then they get off, and then before they get off, the principal says, stop the bus, pull over, and until they be quiet or until they stop standing up. So then they finally got off, and then she drives, and we're almost home again, but she doesn't go back to the school. She just pulls over, and she's like, I'm waiting for him. I was like, why'd you stop the bus? With an attitude, and roll my eyes. She was like, because someone was standing. I was like, he was standing for a quick second because his seat was wet. She was like, okay, and how is that going to affect him? I'm like, first of all, how about if your seat got wet? What if a water bottle hit your seat? What if your seat got soaked with water? How would you feel? Wouldn't you want to move? You're not going to want to stay in that same spot? She was like, okay, and rolled her eyes, and then she kept driving. And then, right, then the bus is silent because the principal said for the bus to be silent the rest of the ride. And the bus is silent. And we finally get to my stop. My friend Juju, shout out to Juju, he was absent at basketball practice. So I was like to his sisters, come on, let's get off because she's being petty and I'm about to curse her out. And so she, one of his sisters went off, the other one stayed on because she was like, no, we need to wait till our parents are called. I was like, okay, I get that, but I was like, just come because she's being an idiot. And then the bus driver was like, DeAndre, it's okay, just come. And then I walked up to her. I'm like, I am not done with you. B, stay the H away from me and leave me alone. You were giving me an attitude. You're calling people idiots. You're calling people stupid. You do not have permission to tell me what to do. I don't care if you're an adult, but you were disrespecting me. And if I'm trying to be nice to you in the beginning, and then you just try to just start disrespecting me out of nowhere, I'm gonna disrespect you too. I'm gonna treat you the same way exactly you treat me. And I was like, I am not done with you, so leave me the H alone. And I told my brother to get off the bus now. And I didn't care what she said. And then there was a crowd of people near the doors, and they moved and made a space for me. I walked right out. Then all the parents were asking, what happened to the bus driver? And then, right, I told my mom. And my mom's just as crazy as me, crazier. And my mom starts to come out, the bus zooms up the hill. Like, you just see the tail of it. Because, like, there's, like, trees blocking it. And I seen it. It was, like, it's just the tail of the bus going up. My mom had her sweater on, everything. She was ready to not fight, but, like, say something to her. Because this isn't the first time something happened with the bus. So, then my mom was, like... And then my mom called the school. And then my mom was telling her what was happening. Then I didn't get a write-up or expelled or kicked off the bus or anything. But then I had went to the school the next day. I had to go see her and say sorry and stuff like that. But that's what happened with the story time. And I hope you guys liked it. Comment down below if you want to see more story times like this and story times in general. Like and subscribe if you want. And I need to start saying this because I put it in the description sometimes, but I don't say it. Laugh daily and stay adventurous. So, bye guys.